All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, August 15th, 2018. All right, another simple day in the astrology today. We do have the moon in Virgo, so still a good time for focusing on what can be refined in our life. Refining ourselves and our environment are really good ways of working with this. And also striving towards balancing the energies of Virgo, like if there's any aspects of ourself like perfectionism or really focusing too much on the details and things, good to be conscious of that to help balance us out and work with it in those healthy ways. So other than that, no major aspects today. The moon is going to be squaring Pluto, so maybe a good day for facing fears and personal transformation. And as we get into the weekend, we do have Jupiter trining Neptune. So increasing is this finalization. If you felt like since around December 2nd, there's been some opportunities or things you've been hopeful about, maybe those things moving in the right direction later in the week, but starting to acclimate to this energy now. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Wednesday. Again, we are using the actual size of the constellations, which is different from mainstream astrology. It does change the signs, so if you are new to the channel, be sure to check out that link down below for more information. All right, so Virgo, the maiden, the themes here around taking care of things. Again, striving towards what can be refined or improved. And what's always a great way of working with this energy is focusing on what we do have control over, which is ourselves. So a really good time for self-improvement, diet, our work, our service, things like this that do require a lot of that self-discipline and grounded energy. And as a result of that, of course, perhaps fixing things or improving things in our life, in the external environment, also a really good way of working with that. And because the moon has been here, also good to mention that this is about balancing it with Pisces. Pisces is the constellation opposite Virgo, which is about surrendering what's outside of our control and living as presently as we can. And so being aware of that, presence, all of this receptive energy can help balance out if there ever is any over or under extremes of this Virgo energy at this time. All right, so great time to be cultivating these qualities within us, but then also noticing themes in our life at this time regarding, again, what can be refined and improved. So the sun has been in Leo, so great time to still be focusing on our self-expression, what gives us energy, life force prana, that is the source of energy right now. And we are still in the very early phase still, the crescent phase of this lunar cycle, so we did just have the new moon last weekend, so still a great time to slowly build some momentum and get some energy moving forward this early part of the week. All right, so as you can see here in the transits, no major aspects going exact today. We do have the moon squaring up to Pluto, so on a minor note, this is always a good time to be aware of if there is anything that we can face fears with or inhibitions with, right? Empower ourselves through transformation and be non-attached. Pluto at the end of the day helps us practice non-attachment to what we want or the outcome of things, which then does lead to greater freedom, greater empowerment, right? When we rise above that fear, so to speak, we accept it, and it's very empowering. And this is an excellent way of being conscious of this, working with it consciously, setting intentions with this stuff, with this type of aspect. But again, nothing major, just a minor aspect there with the moon. All right, and then this is emphasis more of the crescent phase, early phase of the cycle. Now, when we do get into the weekend here, another very important aspect for the year, Jupiter trining up to Neptune, which has been going on since December 2nd, so I will talk about this over the weekend. But I do want to mention that as we approach the weekend, noticing that there is this sort of receptive energy that we're all developing collectively, right? Noticing this ebb and flow in life, developing the receptive energies, seeing a broader perspective, a broader horizon, right, in terms of this ebb and flow of life, and cultivating some of this. So this could be dreams and ideals, perhaps, maybe opportunities, just in general, seeing what's possible, right, and being more aware of our perspectives on things. And through that, developing more of this receptive side to that, right? Maybe that open-mindedness can then lead to more receptivity, or some of these ideals, right, can lead to perhaps some opportunities being finalized and cultivated with this over the weekend. More than likely, not yet, but again, the energy increasing as we get there. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Most important thing is continuation of Virgo energy. Great to be developing this earth energy of self-discipline. What requires work, what requires self-improvement, and focusing on the details of things, and yet again, surrendering what's outside of our control so we can focus on what we do have control over. And this early phase of the lunar cycle, which started in Leo, this whole lunar month, is about cultivating what gives us energy, passion, and what invokes that self-expression. All right, so have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast.